we're getting ready to do a demonstration on our client here, which has had services for years. So it's not a new client. If it was a new client, we'd be doing a consultation at this time. But after this presentation, we're going to actually do the consultation. So what we're going to do now is we're going to remove her lace piece. She's wearing a lace front with the alteration back. And so that way we're going to cover the lace as well as the alteration. Now she's been wearing her piece for a while. It's been very, very hot the last couple of days. So she had a meltdown, right? She had a meltdown. But she's still sticking really, really good. But it has slid back. And that's what happened too when the clients get hot and the adhesive melts. So in the summer, I recommend you ladies and the guys to buy the wrap caps and sell them in your salon, because at night when their hair pieces, they should put a wrap cap on. And what I recommend for them to do is take their hair, push it forward so it's hair on their forehead, not the lace being exposed. Push their hair forward so it's a little bit of hair hanging on their forehead, and then put their cap on. So when they sweat, the lace is going to stay in place and the hair is over the lace. So there's nothing coming out of her head that's going to remove the lace. Okay, just take the hair, push it forward so there's hair hanging over, and then put that cap on. And then when they sweat or in a hot tub or jacuzzi or anything like that, that lace, if it lifts, it's going to go right back down in the right position. Versus if nothing's on her head and she's in the bed, when she sweats, it's going to move it all around. Okay, so that's real important to carry those, they call wrap caps, or those guys call them do-rags, yeah, that type of thing. Anything that's silk or satin. Silk or satin is what they should use. And it's going to really, their piece is going to last a lot longer as far as the adhesives and the tapes. It's going to stay much better to do that. So starting off, since she's been wearing a piece for a while, what we're going to do is remove her piece. If you notice, I have my scissors around my neck, because when you're doing hair weaves and any type of attachment, it's more convenient so you can keep moving, not looking for things. And you're going to use the scissors a lot. So the scissors is for me to remove the alteration itself, okay? So we're going to use lace release, which there's many different types of lace release. You have your dabber bottles of lace release, which this is a dabber, and you have the spray bottles, okay? For her, I can really use the dabber, and I'm going to use the dabber. If she had a full head lace on, I would probably do the spray, so you can just keep spraying. But if the dabber is not going to remove it as fast as I want to, then I'll go back and spray it. Not just the lace release, but you have Amber. It's a very good product. I love Amber, and that's another lace release. Or not only lace release, it's good for removing the tapes, all the buildups, because it's a lot thicker. And consistency is a lot thicker, so it really removes those pieces so much easier. In this business, you want what's going to work convenient and move fast for you. You ain't got time for something to be sitting for an hour, okay? So I'm going to just use the dabber on her, which I really like this dabber, because you just dab, and as you dab it, it's going to lift. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give her a towel. See, it's just going to move it up, see that? I'm going to give her a towel just in case there's drips. And you don't want to force it off. Okay, that's the microfiber towel. Just gonna let her hold one in case you trip. But you don't want to force it off. So if you dabbing it and it's not coming up, then you might want to go back and spray. But for the hairlines, the dabber usually works really well. You guys see it? Mm-hmm. And so what happens when you do this, you're going to definitely have to shampoo and condition this piece. You're going to definitely have to when you're using this much. If it was just a little space, you know, they come in and just a little bit came up on the corner or something like that, I would take a Q-tip. Take a Q-tip and just put a little bit of remover in that area to lift that area. Then go back with your alcohol, your scalp protector. You can go ahead and put it back. As long as you don't put it on the lace, because I'm just on her skin. If it's just a corner come up, you know, they come into the corner. Okay, just use a Q-tip. Once you use a dabber or the spray, it's in the hair. It is not going to stay. It is not going to stay at all. And if I have to force it, that means I'm going to have to go to the spray. this side is really sticking good. Of course, we want it to come off.
She did such a great job.
And you know, and prior to putting this on, she wasn't staying at all.
What bond did you use for her?
So for her in the front, I used the medical, the new man.
Oh, the new man.
The new man. I love that new man.
Sounds
That's
good.
a new man.
I love that new man.
I'm claiming it. I just prophesied to myself. Okay, see how it's coming out? Okay. It's just coming right up. And that's the main thing. You don't want to force it. For two reasons. You don't want to force it because it's painful to her.
Yeah.
Because there's hairs there, so don't force it. It's coming up. A lot of times we might just have like a 1/4 inch, just a 1/4 inch of attachment. And so I would have been finished. But hers, I did go back further on her head. And underneath underneath that medical adhesive, which I'm going to show you, I have tape. So her attachment is the medical adhesive in the blue liner tape. But when I show you that attachment, I'll put the blue liner tape on, and about a 1/4 inch towards the hairline is where I put my medical adhesive. So there's a 1/4 inch that's going to be left out, which I'm going to show you, where there's no tape. You don't put the tape directly on the hairline. That's when you see that line, okay? Okay, she really can be sprayed. That's taking too long. Okay, we're gonna use a spray. Put the towel up to your head. Tilt, and always tilt them back. And we're just gonna spray. Okay, now like I said, Loretta here, our client has lupus, right? So you will see what I mean as far as being important to put them in the right hairpiece. Because like it's been very, very hot outside the last couple of days. So wearing this hairpiece, you don't know if she flared up or not. But more than likely she did because of the heat. Because of the heat. Okay, there it's coming up now. Good, 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 good. Now the tape is still staying attached to her head, which I like that. Now I'd rather have that tape stay attached to her head versus the hairpiece. It's easier to get the tape off that skin than off the hairpiece right there.
Leah, which one is easier to clean, the amber solvent or the lace from the piece?
Well, it really all depends. If they're really stuck on there real tight, you can use the lace release to lift it, to separate the tape from the hairpiece. But then I always like to use my amber. That red ball right there is amber.
Okay.
And amber is going to take it right off.
Okay, now, the lace has been removed here. Now, she has the alteration in the back. Okay, and which is important too, you guys, is clients, I don't care if in the back of their head, like Rita, might just have some little patch in the back. Whatever they have back there, they want that. Okay, so fine. So just put a little braid there, whatever you have to do, and just sew 3 stitches. That's all it takes. But that's important to them. Okay, because you can just like cut it all off and just do the whole thing in lace or PU or whatever, because it's convenient for you. But that's not fair to her. Okay, which Loretta has here in the back that you'll see. So we put her in the alteration in the back. My glasses. Any glasses?
You could use those, yeah.
That's real.
They help.
Yes, because I don't want to cut her hair. I don't want to. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just cut the threads. And when I take this piece off, you'll be able to see her alteration. Which, this piece is how old, Loretta? And I think we repaired it. 3 years. Oh, see, 3 years old. This piece is 3 years old. I repaired it one time. And the stitching is close because it's pretty fresh. She had it tight not too long ago. So all I'm doing is cutting the threads. And if you want anybody need to stand behind me and see, it's okay, but not in front of me, so you can get it on tape. And all I'm doing is cut the stitches off.